glucose is what controls your, glucose is,
Glucose is a sugar, right?
yeah, but
Provides energy.
for homeostasis. What is that?
Well, it has to do with your insulin response, right?
Your, homeostasis is the alpha and the beta, the pancreas. And your adrenal gland is divided into the medulla and the cortex.
And where does it lay?
It lays superior to the kidney.
Very good.
In your vena cava, you have two, your superior and your inferior vena cava.
Very good.
And they both enter in the right atrium of your heart.
Very good.
And they carry deoxygenated blood from your body to your heart.
Very good.
So I'm going to start with the cardiac center and then work my way back. Yeah, cardiac system, right?
Yeah. Or circulatory.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Which is your heart and your blood vessels, or vein vessels.
Blood vessels. Blood vessels and veins.
Your heart has 3 layers. It's your,
Epicardium,
yes, thank you.
myocardium, and endocardium.
Your epicardium is also known as your visceral and visceral pericardium. And then myocardium is one of our words, so I'm going to box it in a color and then define it. I'm going to find it orange, just so you can tell the difference after writing, like on a midterm or something. And it's the muscle layer, and it's cardiac muscle.
So is it voluntary or involuntary?
It's involuntary, and it kind of acts like a neuron to help pump. It's an action potential to pump your heart. And then your endocardium is where you find your coronal vein that supplies your heart with blood. Coronary vein. That's the one. So that's one word. And then vena cava can be a vein. It's one of the major veins in your body. And it returns deoxygenated blood from the body to the heart. And you have your superior and your inferior. And the superior brings blood from your diaphragm up, and the inferior brings everything from below your diaphragm. So, we have 3 more words left. The blood vessels and veins are found throughout your body, and another blood vessel could be your superior.
Well, you can start a new system and go to your endocrine system and start off with your adrenal gland.
Okay.
And then after you do your adrenal gland, it sits on top of your kidneys. Well, your kidneys are supplied by the renal artery, and that's a blood vessel, so there's your connection.
Your endocrine has a bunch of organs in it. These are just all the organs that are in your endocrine system, which is your slow-acting hormone system. And then one of our words is our adrenal gland. And it is divided into your cortex and your medulla. And your vein, your blood vessel that supplies your adrenal gland is your superior, your subrenal, or is it superior? Suprarenal vein. And that comes off the aorta, which carries oxygenated blood from your heart to your body. One of your major ones. So this would be 5. What did you say?
Supplied by suprarenal vein. Or suprarenal artery.
And
Since it stems off the aorta, that's your connection. So you can just draw a line through that.
Your and it comes off your abdominal aorta.
So then we just have to do glucose.
You can relate it 2 ways if you want to. Pancreas, and your pancreas has alpha and beta cells. And beta cells release insulin, which then and alpha releases glucagon, which is the chemical that converts glycogen into glucose.
There you go.
And this is all in the liver. And there's all kind of arguable.
You can connect it back to the circular system too, because circular system contains blood. Glucose, well, that hormone glucagon has to travel through the blood, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, there you go.
Do the homeostasis itself to the blood.
Create homeostatic balance.
Running really good.
It's okay. Alright, and you're good. Thank you, Ms. Lucky.
You're welcome.
So these are just a couple of examples of concept maps. At the beginning I did a very simple one. She went way more in depth. This is what Dr. Whiting is really looking for. Make as many connections as you can. And of course you'll have more words than just 3 or 4. She'll probably do more about 5 or 6 on her midterm or final. But once you get started with those first words, it'll really be easy to start making those connections, because the further you go in her anatomy class, the more you'll find out about how everything really does work together. One thing I did really want to mention is you don't have to start off with the first word every time. You can start off with whatever words you want to. So don't get blindsided by that first word and get stuck right away. Pick from anything on your list and start from wherever you want to. So I hope my tips help you, and I hope you have a great semester in Dr. Whiting's class.